They had to cut the frame apart to get them out. Literally flew off the thing on top of that buggy, and the buggy in the bars. It collapsed, and the guy was stuck in there, and it killed him. And it killed the driver of the buggy.
Yeah, they make you put the real tall flags on the back end of the vehicles, but it still ain't enough.
Well, this was long before that. This was like 75 through like 82, you know, back in the heyday.
Well, they didn't even do that then.
That's what he just said.
It was crazy back then, and finally I quit going out there. I went out there one Thanksgiving and saw 2 deaths, and I said, that's it, I'm never going back. Haven't been back since.
Yeah, I never went, because I could have went, pulled my stuff out there, but excuse me, like you said, it's too damn dangerous.
People go out there and they're having fun, and they're supposed to be off for the week and having a great time, and then somebody ends up in the family not going home with you.
Alcohol and the hot sun don't mix.
And freaking 3-wheelers or motorcycles or doom buggies. There was no cops or anything out there, and when you had to call anybody to come out and rescue, somebody would get somebody to take the person on a backboard out to the road. Somebody meet them on the road and grab their backboard and bring it out, and then we put them on there and take them out. We'd ferry the cops in or the ambulance guys.
Hey, Craig, they got some terrible crashes out there on video, out there on the internet.
Oh, I know. I was there a lot of them, and I did that on purpose. I went out there because I was out there helping people, but I said that was it. I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, we got all our Jones out here, so we don't have to go to Glamis, but yeah, it's too many people, too dangerous. I will have to admit, I did have some fun out there. Oh, yeah. Now, what I like, I rode all the way up to the top on mine, Peak Mountain out here, and that was a damn hell of a ride up there to go on the trails, all the way up to the top of the mountain to the repeater site.
And it was a blast out there, but wow. You know what I mean, Chip? You see a little 8-year-old kid just having a blast out there, and all of a sudden, you know,
Something
not like
over
the beach.
sand dune and clobbers them, yeah.
It really bothers you. Bothers me right now thinking about it.
Yep, that's why I don't go out there, because it's too dangerous. Well, speaking of going back a little bit in history, I can remember when people wouldn't wear helmets. Yeah.
Nobody was wearing helmets out there.
Not in the old days.
No. They're all wearing shorts, bathing suits, whatever.
Well, I was one of them.
Yeah, wearing thong sandals on a motorcycle.
No, I didn't do that. People at least have a pair of sneakers on with those socks. Yeah,
I've seen a lot of couple of feet removed.
Riding those things? You gotta be kidding me.
Toes gone.
Well, I think that's a case of either alcohol or drugs.
It was all the above. Yeah,
That's terrible. When you look at the new equipment that they built today, the side-by-sides, the big quads, where you can take 4 or 5 people out on them, and they're really nice machines. Yeah, you got $40,000 for the basic model? Well, they're very expensive today. Yeah, I know. My neighbor's son just bought one a few months back, $40,000.
Yeah, you can get up in the 30s for just a really nice one.
Yep. Yep, you get one of those, and even the damn razor now is more than the doggone Can-Am.
You buy a damn car for that.
Yep, you got that new Razor Pro. That's about almost 40,000 or something like that. Yeah, it is. I go out there with my neighbors here. They all got all these high cost toys out here, so I get a chance. I don't have to buy nothing, man. I'll either rent the damn thing. We got so many places you can rent those things and all that stuff out here. But yeah, 40 grand just to tear up this. And then if you take it out 3 or 4 times, you got to change tires, you got to get brakes. I mean, it's on and on. You know, the service into the damn thing, it's expensive.
I've seen. I just got really jaded about that. People are supposed to go out there and just have fun, you know, just cruise around. Well, no, they get a little too much alcohol. I can do it. Hold my beer.
Most guys, when they go out to the desert, it's a piss contest. My razor looks better than yours. I have more equipment than yours. Yeah. Piss contest. Yeah, that's right.
Here you go. A Razor Pro R4 Factory Armored Edition. It's basically $49,000.
See, that's it. 40,000 plus for the basic model.
Hey, Chip, can I borrow $50,000 from you?
Oh, sure. I'll write you a check. If that one's so good, I'll give you another one. I'll give you a whole book. I'll give you a whole book, Chris.
If that hits you in the chin and knocks you out.
Yeah. Like I said, my neighbor's kid just bought one of those damn things.
Hey, I'll let you drive it, Chip.
Mighty nice of you.
Yeah, isn't it?
They're not even that much fun. They're noisy, they're hot, they're dusty, they're not that great.
No, and you wind up with back problems.
AC7TY.
Hello.
Yeah, you were talking about doing all that in the sand dunes up in Washington. You guys would go out in the woods and do that. And I have a friend I worked with, and nobody wore helmets or any of that stuff, and he lost control of he was riding quads and ran head on into a tree, slammed his head into the tree, and he's still a vegetable today.
Yep. That's the kind of thing I've seen, and it's just terrible.
That's a real tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. He was a great guy.
You got kids that go out there and they have broken necks and backs,
And his wife stuck with him.
There's one right down the street here. She had a quad. She was riding on it, and she fell, I guess, on Thanksgiving Day, and the helicopter came and everything, and she's paralyzed. The little girl was.
Yeah, they went in with a helicopter and got this guy, too.
And he kind of that poor guy probably wishes he was dead.
Yeah, I know if I was in that shape, that's what I'd wish.
If I was a vegetable, I'd want to be an artichoke.
Poor Chris can't even get a foot in the door to talk this morning.
Something's wrong with my radio.
Hey, throw another foot in you.
He wanted to sleep a little longer.
No, something's wrong with my radio.
Oh.
Oh, you sound fine now.
Yeah, it went away. The problem went away, but it was doing this thing that it does every so often, and I don't even know how to explain it.
Bang on it a couple of times.
Makes everybody sound like they've got RF on their signals, and everything gets distorted, and you can't hear me when I talk. And then I turn the radio on and off a couple times and hit the antenna tuner, and voila, it goes away.
Yeah, it's either that or pull the plug and let it, die for 10 seconds or more and plug it back and then restart it.
All else fails to do the hard reset.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chris.
Good to hear you, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. Doubled a little there, but good morning.
How you doing, bro?
All is well here. It's been beautiful summer in Phoenix.
Bro dog.
68 degrees outside right now in Phoenix. That's unheard of. In July to have an overnight low into the 60s. Unheard of.
All right, I go back to listening. AC72A.
What was the temp out there yesterday, there, Chris?
Just a little bit over 100, and it took all day. The weather's been very mild here. Normally this time of year it's 115, 113 every day. You don't even have to look, but we haven't had that.
Well, summer's not over, buddy.
Oh, it may as well be, because half of it didn't hurt, so the other half can't hurt that much.
Our hottest part of the summer's coming.
Yeah, we might get it for a week or two, but that's nothing compared to 3 months of it.
Ours is the last half of August and all of September. The first 2 weeks and the last 2 weeks, last 2 weeks of August, first 2 weeks of September are blazing hot usually. It's been in the mid-80s here, which is really nice. Chip said it was in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Perfect for the beach.
Well, it's like here right now. It's 68 degrees. For people that like to go out and run or jog or do anything, well, there's my phone. Starting early. I'll be back.
You go out there and run with them. Put your running shoes on. What are you doing today, Chris?
Funny how you never hear anybody like this except for 6 in the morning on 80 meters. Let's go take a look at these other signals. It's about 6:30 right now.
Get over there to do it. Have you coming?
These are probably local people too. Yeah, I'll get on 80 in the morning. So if you're not out here at 6 in the morning to like between 4 and 8,
do all that, I'll tell you
you'll
what,
never hear anybody.
I wouldn't have to do that, and I wouldn't want to have to build put no quantas together, thousands of screws, and that's what he did. He's living in a travel trailer, and I have no idea how big it is or anything, and it might be a bumper pull, but he's building that Quonset. He's got the Quonset built, and he's really doing a nice job. He sent me some pictures of it, and he's got some really cool ideas. I can't remember exactly what they are about the walls and stuff, but then he's got 2 separate solar panel deals, and I think he has a couple towers also. He's kind of a nice setup. He might not want nobody even to be out there to know where he lives. I mean, a lot of people are private about that kind of stuff. Roger. I understand that. Well, you're better off. I tell you what. Personally, I like living like that myself, and that's why I like my place in Oklahoma. You can hear the highway, people, traffic on the highway, but you sure can't see it, and you can't see the house or nothing unless it's now. If you're in the dead of winter and you're going over this hill about a mile down the road, you can kind of see the roof a little bit, unless some trees have grown a little taller, but that's the only time you can maybe catch a glimpse of that house.
Yeah, you're out there in the country in the remote.
Well, you say that, it's only 3 miles, 4 miles from Tallahena, but still, you know, it's country. But still, you know, like your wife, well, there is an Indian hospital right there, Choctaw Indian Hospital, which is a fine big facility, and they used to not cater to whites, so you can't blame them. But now I think they will. You know, if you have a problem, you know, it's just a Choctaw deal. But so other than that, you have to go 80 miles to Fort Smith, or Poto has a little hospital there. It's about 40 miles away.
Oh, okay. Now, Fort Smith, that's a military reservation, but also it's a town?
Well, Fort Smith is where Hanging Judge Parker was back in the day, and they still have that. They have a museum. They put up a new sheriff's museum there a couple of years back, and they still have the old courthouse there where Judge Parker was, right there on the river. I guess it was a fort. You know, way back, you know, I remember reading a little bit in the books about it there, but, you know, I don't know how big a fort it was. But anyway, there was a lot of trade and a lot of business going on there, and you had to take the ferry boat across the river, you know, which was pulled by hand on a rope.
Oh, wow, how cool. Yeah, I saw that up in the Jackson, Wyoming area. One of those ferry boats that pull yourself across on the rope.
Yeah, back then that's all they had, you know, either that or swimming, and it's a pretty wide river. But it's, you know, it's shallow in a lot of places now. You know, it's got so much sand and stuff that's washed down and stuff. It really takes a lot to get it really deep. But Parker, you know, from reading these books, man, he sent out all kinds of deputies and stuff, getting outlaws and stuff like that.
Thought I saw something. The scope on this thing is really kind of hard to use. I've sat here for hours adjusting it.
You guys are going to have a collision here, and so they jump on the radio and warn them. So, yeah, it's not
You gotta pick a weird frequency.
So after I got down there, I headed out east to Piedra River, and I could get a couple hours of fishing in before I needed to be in Pagosa. But so went up First Notch. I think that's why I always get it confused. First Notch, I think it's First Fork, east side of the river, north from 160 there. Just went up the little ways where there's a.
I don't understand why people get in weird frequencies like that.
1.4, and no rain in the last 24 hours. As far as single reports, yeah, they are up and down a little bit. They'll be way up and then just fade way off and come back up again. Well, at best, you were 5'9", CST 5'8". Herschel, you're about a 4'4".
What's nice about this band is it's really quiet in the morning usually.
5'6", Jim.
Can't do a 40 probably. Yeah. Bunch of noise. Anyway, guys, kind of interesting how much stuff goes on 80 in the morning.